How about Contrast again? And today, guys, I'm here to do another anime review. And my review is to Fate Apocrypha, episode 2, guys. So let's get into it. So, guys, in this episode of Fate Apocrypha, we now got pretty much all the identities of all the servants that met, or mainly, definitely on the black side. And I think we got some. Or nearly all the identities of the servants on the red side. Now, to list them off, let me try to do the red side first. So, but I just need to get I'm using the actual episode here, so I'm going to use this to get names fully correct, so I won't be wrong. But on the red side, for the Saber class servant, we already know it's Mordred, thanks to the first episode, revealing who the name of the Saber class servant is, and of course, she is Mordred, the daughter, in this case, or son for the actual, being the actual Mordred, but as it's gender bed, daughter of King Arthur, or Otaria, who we also know from the rest of the Fate series. So, Mordred got summoned, who got into the Saber class, and her personality, I kind of like her personality, she's definitely showing her tomboy, definitely shows she's a complete tomboy. And one thing that also looks like she hates being called a female, she hates being called a girl. But makes logical sense because, first, she comes from a time period where, again, females didn't really have much control, which is unfair. Which is, of course, unfair for them. And also, because back then, females, of course, couldn't succeed the throne, and she was, unfortunately, and of course, being also technically the daughter of Otaria, who's King Arthur, who we all know from the Fate series in this situation is also a female as well. She, of course, needs the higher identity as being a male, being a female, so she can, of course, succeed the throne. Of course, we know she doesn't actually end up having that. But so far, yeah, her personality, I like her personality. She's like a bit outgoing, and I got to say her relationship between her and her master. I'm going to say I actually like their relationship. Like, it fits quite well for their personalities. Also surprising, like, it feels like she was gonna end up hating him, but she actually starts liking him, and it's same with him. He likes her as well, and they definitely would work well together as well as a pair. And I gotta say, especially in the battle they had, they have at the end of the episode, pretty much where the homunculus and the golems from the black side, actually came and to attack them when Mordred and her master got into their territory. These homunculi and golems attacked them, and they took them out very easily. Which surprised me. And the master, I've got to say, he's fucking strong. Her master's fucking strong. And I do want to see what else is going to go on during the, how well they can actually fight against the servants as well. Now the next, servant we've got identity of, is the assassin of the red side, and I'm trying to get, now her name is not very good explaining. Let me see if I can find her name again, which is scrolling. So it's taking me a while. Okay, so we now know the assassin's name is Cinemaris. I think that's how you say her name. Like, I don't know what Cinemaris is. I never heard of her. Like, I've seen her in the Fate franchise from some of the games I played on my phone, actually, and she was a servant, and the assassin servant. So far, I don't know what she does. Like, she has a cast-like aspect. What makes her an assassin, I don't know. Because she definitely shows a lot of magical potential. Like how Archer from Fate Stay Night, don't forget, technically, as he's the future of Shore Emir, he's also a mage. That means, of course, he had potential of becoming a caster. But we know the reason why he was an archer in the end. Because being, of course, able to project weapons and shoot them with ease, he's, of course, able to become the archer class more effectively than either a swordsman or especially also that Shiro himself was part of the archery club, so he had more connection to being an archer than he did with the rest of them, even though he also had potential becoming the other two as well. Caster or Saber, technically. But Caster would have been higher than Saber. But we definitely know he would have got maybe potential being those other two, if he didn't got turned to Archer. So this is one thing. So definitely, when it comes to Assassin, the red side, Shinami's, she, I don't know what her legend, like, I definitely, like I said, I never heard of her, and she definitely has a magical, from what I've seen, she has more of a magical side to her than what I expected. Like, we see her, and she, like, it was not thanks to me doing research, I would have thought she was the caster, but thanks to, of course, the episode actually instantly revealing it to us, but also showing me doing my prior research, I already knew she was an assassin. So, I don't know what makes her an assassin. For anybody who does know her legend, can you tell me what her backstory is about, or send me a link to her backstory, and I'll read it, see what it's about, see what her legend is about, and plus also I want to know what about her makes her more suited to being the assassin, or was there maybe the caster was more the assassin type than was more the caster type, which we actually also get the reveal of who caster is. Caster of the red side ends up being William Shakespeare as caster. What? That's one person I did not expect. I have heard, like, when I found out he was a servant in the Fate series, it was like, I do remember, like, I was shocked at first in the episode, actually, I was shocked that he was a servant, but then I remember that, oh yeah, I remember doing research about it, and I remember when I was Fate Wikipedia page for Fate before, Fate Wikipedia, like, page that Type Mood made up in Wikipedia, I found that he was a servant in the Fate series, and now I know what class he's in, because I couldn't remember what class he was, but now I know he was caster. William Shakespeare. That's the thing. The real William Shakespeare did not have, so this just shows you they are basing these on mythical legends, not the real legends, like, well, the real person, definitely not the real person, but this is focused on, like, the mythical side of what William Shakespeare could have been, and it seems like he got sent into a caster. Like, I have no idea how William Shakespeare is going to do well. I don't know I didn't know how he's going to work out as a servant, like, especially what he could pull off. Like, I have no idea. Like, even though I know William Shakespeare, like, he's a British film director. Famous theatre director and playwright. He definitely, in the Tudor period, I definitely know him for all that. But what makes him servant potential? I have no idea. Like, he could just be a famous person that they just wanted to add it, and they maybe tweaked his character a bit to make him have certain abilities. In other words, maybe he can make, as his caster, maybe every time he writes something down for his plays, he can bring it into reality, maybe? That might be what makes him a caster in this series? I have no idea. But William Shakespeare, I was like, whoa. I was like shocked when he found out he was a servant. Now, the next servant we got, unfortunately we did not get his name, but we saw the look of Berserker on the red side. Berserker, what the fuck? He's definitely the Berserker. I can definitely see him as the Berserker. And the way he looks like he was Frankenstein's monster. And by the way, guy, that's what I think he might be. I might be wrong, because I'll tell you this later when I talk about the black side, but the reason why I believe he might be Frankenstein monster, because it might not be weird to find out that the opposite sides might fight the same person they actually know from the past. But, yeah, from what I think that guy's name is Frankenstein's monster, I might be wrong, but Frankenstein's monster got summoned, that'll be cool. But yeah, I think that's what Berserker is on the red side. Like I said, I don't know his full identity name, but yeah. And I think that's all. Let me double check. Actually, no, we do have other servants that got revealed. Let me see. I'm just checking all the servants on the red side. Like, we definitely know all the I definitely know all the servants in the black side. It's true, they don't. You're just checking the red side. And I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, that's all I can say about the red side. Next, the black side. Okay, the black side servants. First up, let me go back to the Frankenstein's monster topic I mentioned. For the, I believe she was also a berserker. She ends up being berserker as well. The berserker class for the black side is Frankenstein. Frankenstein as berserker. So, two people who was famous together, Frankenstein's monster and Frankenstein, both became berserkers on the opposite side. I see. I might be wrong about the Frankenstein's monster, but I definitely know Frankenstein is in this. She's been gender bent as well. Like, it's not the normal Frankenstein we know. She's been gender bent. He got gender bent into a female, like many other characters in the Fate series have been done. But yeah, Frankenstein is in it as berserker, and we saw what she could do, which is surprising. I'm actually surprised she can fight. Like she definitely uses scientific abilities. Like, she definitely uses scientific abilities, not like magical abilities, but she definitely uses scientific abilities, which, okay, I give her benefit of doubt. And I've got to say, she does actually act quite cutesy, which is surprising. Like she definitely has a cute side to, like, it doesn't really get to me, but for most people who actually are into her character very much, I definitely see the cute aspect. I can definitely see the cute aspect she has, especially when she has interaction with her master. I gotta say it was pretty cute. I should admit, it was pretty cute for what her character is. And she wants to get called Berserker, even though she seems like she doesn't want to be called Frankenstein. Like, even along with her master, she wants to be called Berserker. Okay, but I think this shows her wacky aspect, because Frankenstein was cuckoos, and it does show you, I think, the aspect of her being Frankenstein from her personality, so I've got to mention that. Now, let's get into Archer. His name was Kronos. I think that's his. Charon's. Like, I can't really probably say his name that much, but he is a centaur. Like, if you know, when he first appears, we don't see him as a centaur. The only time we actually do see him in being a centaur in this episode was during a flashback, like talk about who each individual servant was. But he's a centaur, and he's an archer class servant. And the only centaur I can think of that be known in legend off by heart is the one that Hercules allied with. So this guy could be the one that knew Hercules, who was allied with Hercules in the past. So the centaur archer class, that's interesting. Someone connected to Hercules, like people like the legends of Hercules a lot, so definitely know that. Now, the next servant, let's see, I'm going to get back all to the servant's name. I'm leaving the best, I think I'm leaving the best ones for last. Okay. Now, okay. For Ryder, I have no idea about this person. Either she is a female from the beginning or a male, but I believe this person was originally supposed to be a male, but again got gender banned. Her name is Astrofolio. She is a member of the 12 Pallium. She was one of the members of the 12 Paladins. 12 Paladin Chalgrove? I can't really say that. I have no idea who the fuck she is. Like, or he being... Like, I believe, because from the base of the time period she comes from, I definitely believe that she was meant to be a he who, again, hide her identity or something, or, you know. I might be wrong about that. But she got put into the Rider class, something. Like I said, I have no idea what her legend is about, but she's quite interesting. Like, she has a childish aspect, or she's very up and going. She moves around a lot. She has a ton of energy. So, personally, I actually like her. She doesn't. So I can see why she might be annoying to some people, but I like her personality. I like cheerful characters, and I wanted to get to know about more of her character development. But so her name, the rider class servant Astrofol. That's her name. Like I said, I don't know this person's legend. I don't know what she's about. Again, for anybody who does know, leave the comments down below who she might be, if you want to, of course. Or send me a link to, again, the history about this person so I can know what makes her rider class. Now, next servant, I'm going to go check. Okay, the assassin. The assassin servant is Ascabon. That wasn't the assassin. This one guy is. Let's see. We've got. Cast. I think this guy might be. No, this is not Cast. Oh no, this is Caster. I think this is Caster. Caster. Ascabon. Like, we know this person from first episode. Like, got revealed who Caster was, and again, I still don't know who Ascabon is. Again, leave the comments down below. But I definitely see why he's a caster. But Ascabon definitely shows why he might be a caster. Why he's a caster. He definitely showed it, but I don't know fully why. But yeah, that's the caster servant for the backside. And next, the Saber class servant. The Saber class servant, the great hero of Dragon Killer. A Dragon Killer. Like, I think I heard of. I don't know his full legend, but I have heard about this guy, and his name is Sigfrid. Sorry guys, sorry. Sigfrid. I'm sorry with movie names, but I've heard of him, Sigfrid. I've heard of him. I've heard he's a famous dragon killer. I think he's a famous dragon killer from Legends, and I don't know his full. Like I said, I don't know his full legend, but I have heard of it a bit. And again, leave in the comments down below if you want me to learn more about his legend. But he is summoned as a Saber class servant on the black side. For him, I've got to say his personality is interesting. He seems interesting, but nothing much I can say. And finally, the final servant we got the name for. Let's see. Actually, no, maybe not the final one. Final one. The final person. The Lancer. The Lancer for this series. For the black side. His name is Vlad III. Or, for most of us know him for, Vlad the Bad. Vlad the Vampire. Vlad the Bad. Oh, so this is when he got introduced. I already knew he was a servant to begin with, and one of the games I played before on my iPad and stuff, I used him as a servant before, and he was very strong. But Vlad the Bad, holy shit, he's in this. I was shocked, when I found out he was oh my god, we're gonna have Vlad the Bad. That's fucking awesome. Like, Vlad the Bad, Vlad the Third, man. Like, it definitely shows his royal aspect. He was a king, a royal person. Like, just imagine, just thinking about his time when he was king when he was a king. Like, fucking hell. The times when he drunk people's blood. Man, Vlad the Bad was. And being summoned as a servant, oh man, I want to see how he fights in this series. But he definitely seems interesting. But he's definitely, I gotta say, the most interesting one for me. Because I know his identity, and I do want to know what he could pull off in the series. But he definitely seems interesting, and he seems to be in command. Like, even his master follows his orders. Like, even though like the fucking German person, he's the servant of this German guy, and he seems to be the servant of this German guy, and he is the berserk. He's the fucking Lancer. I want to know what about him makes him the Lancer. Like, what is actually thought about his legend? Like, I've heard about him, I've heard stories about him, but I never really know what makes him a Lancer. But we might soon find out. But the Lancer, man, being Vlad the Bad, that is fucking interesting. And yeah, and pretty much also all the names we've got of the servants for the main servants. Now let's get into two other servants. Well, actually, not two others. Like, let's check. I think they said another servant type. Like, one of them they mentioned was ruler. Now, I thought, like, possibly that Jean Varac is still going to be savior, from what I know, but from what I got revealed, it seems like Jean Varac actually might be ruler. But I might be wrong about that. But Jean Varac, she got revealed, like, it looked like she actually might be ruler. But the revealing of what ruler does, like, she seems to be more the overseer than the actual overseer. So the ruler could be possibly Jean Varac. But I might be wrong about this. Right now, let's see. So pretty much ruler seems to be Jean Varac. And what we learned about her, again, we all know she got executed for being a witch, back in the past. So it's quite interesting. And then we got another thing got revealed, like, I don't know who he might be, but for what I do somewhat remember, I think this guy could be Beast. Like, Jean Varac seems to be the ruler. Like, I think I was wrong that she might be that Jean Varac might be the savior, but looks like I was wrong about that. From the way he looked, like, Beast is definitely this guy that got shown in the end of the episode. Now, for the masters, the master and / overseer for the Holy Grail War. Finally, his name got revealed. Shiro Kotomine. Like, I mentioned his name already. I don't know why I revealed it, even though he didn't say his name. I couldn't help myself. I wanted to reveal it because I already knew his name because I got spoiled by it. But if I share his real name, Shiro Kotomine, I gotta say, I'm glad like he's in it because it just gives you a throwback, a flashback of the previous Fate series, and I do want to know what he'd be well in the war and how well of a master he's at, if he's as bad. And if he's as badass as both Shiro and Kotomine are. Like, both of them combined together. Both of them combined together. I wonder how much of a badass he's gonna be. Because we know Kotomine was a badass, and technically Archer and bit of Shiro a badass is. But I want to know how much badass but both Shiro Kotomine is gonna be like. And I can't wait to see that. Now, animation quality, not the best for what I've seen from the first episode. Like, the first episode was definitely good animation. This one was like, battle scene was alright. It's like average, but not the best. But the fight scene for that was definitely good, alright. But could have done better. But again, it's A1 Pictures. You don't expect godlike animation from them. But they had decent good animation. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. And overall, that's what I got. I overall enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait for the next episode. Anyway, guys, that was my anime review to Fate Apocrypha episode 2. Hope you guys like it, become channel fans. Stay for guys and have a down below. Master, and yeah, hope you guys like it. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys there. Bye, guys. Wow.